everyone. It's been a while, I know. If you've been around here for a while, you'll know I've been away for about maybe 3 months. Reason for that is I haven't really been in the mood to film anything. I do apologise if I sound a bit sick in this video, because I have been sick. Thankfully I'm on the tail end of it, which is good. But, so it's currently 10 o'clock on the 27th of December. And this video is going to be more like a reset video, more than anything else. So, essentially going into 2025, I want to sort of, not cut back on YouTube, but sort of not put as much pressure on myself to get content out. Not that that was really an issue before, but, but, you know, like, the fact that my reading's taken a big hit this year too doesn't help. Like, I've read like 45 books, I think, since the beginning of the year. But to be fair, that's because I had a full-time job, then I quit it, then I went back to my old job, which I will be going back to part-time at the beginning of next year. So, which is, you know, okay, it's not what I wanted to do, but in hindsight, it's a lot better than the job I had. Let's be fair, but we're not going to put that back in 2024, and we're going to leave it behind. But yeah, so essentially what I was doing was I was working casual, and they wanted me to go back to part-time. And originally I said no, but they were like, okay, look, we've got to put you on contract. Okay, give me a minimum of 25 hours, and I'll be happy. So we've come to that agreement at least, so that's good. Yeah, so what I kind of want to do in this video is sort of have a New Year reset, essentially. So what I've been doing for the past day or so is tidying up, essentially, my room, a bit of the house as well, and just sort of making sure stuff is up off the floor. Like, I had piles of books, essentially, on the floor. I still have some, but most of those are going to get donated, because they're essentially books that are got that or mouldy sort of stuff on them, and I'm like, I can't keep them in here, so they'll probably just get donated to a little library or something. But so I've been sort of rearranging my bookcases, rearranging my currently. So today, essentially, what I did was I put what books I could on this cart to essentially pick them up off the floor. Not all of these were on the floor, some of them were. Like the J.D. Robb books that are on that second shelf, they were essentially in a bag on the floor, which I used to pile books on to have a tripod. But one of the things I'm going to do in this video is buy a tripod, hopefully. So yeah, so that's one of the things I've been resetting. So I've been essentially making sure that enough, because like I said, they were all over the floor, essentially everywhere. They were all on the floor. And yeah, I essentially had this maze to get around to my bookcase, which was not really helpful. So yeah, so that was that. And then what I do want to do as well is maybe film my anticipated reads, and my Beginner's Guide to Clues. I want to film that one as well, because I already made the thumbnails for them. I just need to, yeah, obviously film and edit that part. So I may do that this video, I don't know. But so essentially going into 2025, what I do want to do content wise is sort of, because I do have plans for video content for January. I just gotta sit down, film it, and sort of, you know, get back into a routine essentially. But I kind of want to start planning for that portion while I've got the time off, because I do have until next Sunday off, which is really, really good, because it's been insane. It's obviously been Christmas and whatnot. It's just been bonkers. But yeah, so I don't know how long this video is essentially going to be, but hopefully it's a little bit longer than maybe a couple of clips, but we shall see. So essentially, yeah, what I want to do is tie up my bookshelves, tie up essentially my filming area, because it's a mess. Get a tripod for my camera, because essentially I've just had, for the past 3 years of my channel, it's basically been my camera sitting on a pile of books. That's been my tripod, but I need to actually invest in a proper one. And I think I found a really good one online for like $50, but I can pick it up at my local Galaxy Camera House, which is good. So hopefully I can do that maybe Monday, if I get the energy to actually drive into town and do that. But Yeah, I don't know what reading is going to get done in this. I haven't been in a reading mood either, so I am currently like halfway through Leather and Luck, which is the sequel to Butcher and Blackbird. It's okay so far. It's not winning Academy Awards in books, let's be real, but it's fine enough. Like, the story's fine, but I think I enjoyed the first book better, but we shall see. Hopefully it does pick up, because I've got the third book is like an anticipated release for next year, so but yeah, we shall see. Either that, or I might pick up the new Richard Osman. I did start it, but I only got like 50 pages in before I put it down and never picked it up again, so I might just maybe go back to the beginning, but we shall see. But yeah, so hopefully we can have a little bit of time before I have to go back to filming regular content. But in 2025 I'm going to take a more chilled approach to filming and that as well. But another thing I did want to do as well is do like the read it or unhaul it thing. So I did get, where was it? Look. I did get this cute little bluey jar, which is absolutely adorable. And so, that's going to fall down. Hang on. Okay. So, essentially what I want to do is put all the books into a jar that are currently unread, and then, either do the read it or unhaul it. Because originally what I was doing was the Shelf Destruct in 12 months, where I picked out the books that I wanted to read within 12 months, and then if I didn't do it, I'd unhaul it. But I think this might be a better way to do it, because at least it's more varied, and I sort of don't know what's coming. I'll pick the name out of the jar, and then if I don't read it, I can unhaul it, because I really do need to get my physical TV out there, because it's essentially overpiling insanely at the moment. I don't know how many books I've got in my collection. I have ordered one of those little scanners off of Amazon. It was like $50, which I think is really good. And I did sign up to Libib. I think that's how you say it. You can basically get like the free one, where it's essentially for home use, but you can get the barcode to scan your books into the system. So I want to use that to track my own collection and try and get that down, because I want to try and spend less money on physical books next year, because I do have my Kindle, which is in my bag there somewhere, because I do want to utilise that more, because I've been finding that I think I'll enjoy a book, then I buy it, and then I'm like, oh, okay, I enjoyed it enough, but not enough to actually physically put it on my shelves, so, but, yeah. So that's another one of my plans for 2025. Hopefully it does come to fruition, but so what essentially I'm hoping this week will be is just planning ahead, getting some content pre-filmed and edited and ready to go for like the first week of 2025. So then there's at least a couple of videos for like the first 2 weeks, maybe, and then I do have other videos I want to film, like, because I do want to do my reread of the Bone Season books before the 5th book comes out in February, which I'm so excited for. And then I also need to read next month the second Fourth Swing book, because I still haven't read that either. Like I said, I have not read shit this year. It's been, I don't know what it is about 2024, but I feel like a lot of people have been in the same boat. It's not just me. Where essentially, like, the reading slump has been so bad. But to be fair, I do blame some of it on putting my PS5, which I'm looking at it right there. Because I did buy myself a new TV at the beginning of the year for my birthday and get that. Because originally the PlayStation was out in the living room, but I was terrified the cat was going to knock it over. Like, it's a $600 PlayStation, so we're not putting it out on show. So, just many cars coming. So one last thing of where my bedroom is, it's right on facing the road, so if you hear any cars, do forgive me for that, but, yeah, so I do have so many ideas. It's just getting the motivation to get them to fruition, but we're going to take it easy in 2025. I'm also not going to set a reading goal either, because I feel like that's putting too much pressure on myself to, like, oh my god, we've got to hit this goal before the end of the year, And like I've already reduced my goal to 50 books this year, and I definitely know I'm not going to hit that, but it's okay, we don't need to hit that either. So my goals are reading wise are going to be very more relaxed. They're not going to be, oh, I've got to read so many books a month, I've got to read these books for content, I've got to do that. I'm just going to let it go with the flow, essentially. So yeah, that's where we're at the moment. But like I said, I'll probably finish tidying up my room tomorrow, because it does need a vacuum really bad. It really does. It's one of the joys, you sort of think, oh, I'll get to it, but never do. But yeah, so that's where we're at. So hopefully, like I said, I don't know whether any reading will get done in this video, but fingers crossed video. I do have Audible points though, so might be able to see if I can borrow some audiobooks. I don't know, we'll see. I swear to God, these cats are going to be the death of me. So, I have just spent the last maybe half hour looking for Kmart cat litter. So we actually used 2 different types. So we go use 2 different lots of cat litter because, of course. So there's actually 3 trays we use. There's 2 in the main house and then 1 out in the garage. Because the tabby one we have to hide. Well, not hide necessarily, but she has to go out. Because the white one is an absolute little a-hole. I would use another word, but I don't think that's appropriate. So essentially she harasses her, and what she'd do is she'd pee on the floor, but it'd be right near our fucking laundry machine. So of course that's on the tile floor, isn't it? Yeah, bloody fucking a shit ton of bloody. And of course because it's that fucking heavy, I've got to get Dad to freaking move it every time I go to clean it. So essentially what we were doing was moving her there, which has helped. You know, she doesn't do it as much. But I did have to, and this is going to sound really, really odd, actually put down, get onto the highway here for a minute. I actually found this hack online, it's really great. So it's essentially, what do you call it, alfoil and paper towel. Now that sounds really strange, it is, but it's a lot better than having the cat piss on the floor. So I find that's been working really well. We should maybe done it 3 times since we've done that. But the thing is the cat litter, so we usually more expensive cat litter inside and then the other stuff on the outsides, because it's only like $9 a bag. That's alright. But the problem is it sells out, this cat litter. And you only used to be able to get it at Kmart, but now I found out actually, yes, come on mate, let's go. We do have a green light, let's go. Come on. So we actually found out that Target sells it as well. So the only Target we've got is in one of the major shopping centres, which of course during New Year's sales is a pain in the hole. But luckily I had to go to that supermarket anyway. So I went there, they had none. I just went to Kmart in the other major shopping centre, of course they have none. So the only other place I can go is to a Kmart hub in Serena. But that's about maybe 20 minutes, half an hour drive away. So now I've got to drive all the way out there just for this cat litter. And I'm like, well, thank fuck we don't change this. I have to change this tray every goddamn week. But to be fair, we don't change the others as well. So it's, you know, it's fine, luckily. But trying to find this cat litter is a pain, you know, like. And this is not the first time I've had to travel to 3 different fucking stores just for the sake of bloody getting this cat litter. Like, okay, we do have one back at home that I can still use, but they'll maybe, I suppose it will last maybe a month, but that's roughly about it. That's all it'll really last. So yeah, so that's where we're heading at the moment. I need to merge here. They're doing roadworks along here too. Are you going to merge or what? Come on. Yes, I am letting you in. It is not hard, people. What's the purple sign? Didn't think so. So yeah, so that's where we're heading at the moment, but it's a place I really want to have to go because it is a pain in the ass. Well, it's not a pain to get into, it's just the fact that they have no trolleys, which I don't know why. You know, you'd think of being Kmart, they'd have trolleys, but, you know, I haven't worked in, you know, supermarket industry for 15 years and, you know, not know that we need trolleys, but this is just going on a random tangent, but alright, I'm going to keep going, but hopefully we get to the third store and we find goddamn cat litter, because this is just getting fucking ridiculous. What's up everyone, so it is obviously much later in the evening, I'm in my jams, so I did end up finding the cat litter, which is awesome. Took me a lot longer than I hoped, but it is what it is, we finally got there. As I was watching the first lot of car footage back, I realised I was cutting off half my face, so I mightn't have been able to tell what I was talking about. So basically what I did is I went to the Good Guys and ordered a robot vacuum for my mother's birthday, which is not until like the 10th of February or whatever, but I wanted to get it while we still had the Boxing Day sales, because obviously you get it for a lot cheaper price, and it was really great. It was like, altogether, like, the vacuum itself was supposed to be $500, but when I got, so a video started playing in the background. So basically, it was originally, the whole thing was supposed to be like $490, something like that. But then, obviously, they try and sell you the extended warranty, and I'm like, you know, look, I can't really, you know, it's fine. But when I looked at the order form, because essentially he did me a deal which was, it was like $505 altogether, but basically you got the 3 years and the vacuum. So the vacuum itself was like knocked down to like $430, and then obviously, you know, I paid a bit more for the warranty, but I thought, well, it was like the vacuum itself originally was only meant to be $490, and it was what, $5 more altogether. So okay, technically, yes, I've paid the extra, but it's only like $5 more than what it was originally meant to be. So that to me is a win. So, and basically the reason I wanted to buy one is because of the fact that with the way her health is at the moment, like, it's fine, but it'll get to the stage where, you know, like, even doing vacuuming for, like, say the kitchen areas getting a bit too exhausting. So I thought, well, look, if we get a vacuum that, you know, once we set it, we can set it and just let it go on its merry way. And if it mops too, that's an extra bonus. So I thought it was a great bargain, and usually I never know what to buy. So I managed to organise that, so hopefully it'll get delivered to the store, because I did want it to come here, because obviously she's at home all the time, and yeah, she ain't knowing what she's getting now. The only thing I'm going to struggle with is finding a place to hide it, so I'll probably have to hide it in my cupboard in my wardrobe. I'll have to find a spot for it, because at least she doesn't go in there, but getting it in from said car in here will be the hard part, but that's something I can work out pretty easily. So we've done that, did the cat litter. I did end up posting a parcel as well, because so one of the things going into next year is what I want to do is sort of cut back on special editions. Obviously, like, not the important ones, like the bone season ones, obviously, but like any series that is not technically complete. So essentially, I made the decision to sell my Fairy Loot copies of the first 2 Crescent City books, only because I was not a fan. Even though I rated the third book 4 stars when I first read it, I think I'm going to lower the rating, essentially, because the more I think about the story, the more boring it was and the more pointless it was. So I really don't see the point in keeping special editions of a series that I can probably just reread in paperback anyway. And I thought, why not give it to someone who wants it? So I did that. And yeah, so essentially next year what I want to do is I want to utilize my Kindle a lot more, but buy less physical books unless I either... So the plan is to sort of get them from the library first, then if I love them, buy them, or use my Kindle to buy books, and then if I don't really like it as much, well, that's a physical book less that I have to find space for. So I've done that, but speaking of buying books, I did sneak in a little purchase today just to sort of essentially a gift to myself before I have to go on this bench. So I'll show you what I got. So I only got 3 books. So we'll start with the one I have read, and that one's The Simple World by K.A. Tucker. This is a book I read back in a few years ago now. This book reminds me a lot of The Last Song, the Nicholas Sparks book. So this one is like a romance set in Canada where this chick essentially reconnects with her estranged father, but then she also meets this grumpy guy called Noah, no, not Noah. Jonah. Why am I thinking Noah? Jonah. And basically, it's enemies to lovers, which is one of my favourite tropes of all time. So I really, really enjoyed this when I first read it. And I have been looking for this for ages. Like, you can never find it unless it's online or... and even online, the price for these is... like ridiculous. Like, okay, this wasn't cheap either. Like, this was like $20, but in saying that, the ones I've seen online are like nearly the guts of 40 for a paperback. I'm like, really, we're charging that much for a paperback? So that's that one. And then I also got this is a novella. So this is the same. Obviously, follows the same characters, but this is like it's just a simple novella. It's only paper thin, but I can't remember which order this is in. Does it say in here? Okay, so this is like a novella. So the whole series itself is a trilogy, and then this must be the novella following the events of the final book. So hopefully I can find the last 2 at some other stage. And then the last one I got, which I really hope I do like this, because I do like the covers, and that's Magnolia Parks by Jessa Hastings. So this is obviously a popular book darling. So I am a little nervous about this because it's one of those books that either people loved or they really hated. So I'm hoping I'm on the good side of the love-hate train, but I didn't even know Jess Hastings was Australian, because there's a book of hers I've got from the library. I think it's called Never. And I remember reading the blurb and I was like, oh, she actually was born in Australia. I'm like, sweet. So this would be like a good book for like the Aussie Readathon as well. I don't know what readathons I'll do next year. I know I'm going to do Winterween next month, and then obviously Ping Pong in August for Crystal's birthday, because that's been a readathon I've done every year since I started my channel. So obviously I've got to do Ping Pong. Hopefully my reading's a lot better next year than what it was this year. But I've decided that I'm not going to actually set a reading goal. I'm just going to read what I want. I'm not going to worry about hitting a number, because at least then there's not so much pressure. Okay, I've got to hit this target, because I've already lowered my target once this year, and I'm not even going to hit that. So, well, I'd be lucky if I even read a book tomorrow, because I do want to take the Christmas tree down tomorrow, and then I do want to start thinking about actually filming some of my videos, because I did actually also get this afternoon where I find it a tripod. So this was only like $50 from the Garrick's Camera House, which I thought was a really good bargain, because I think some of the others are like $100 and something. I'm like, I don't need to spend that much on a tripod. Like, as long as I can put my camera on it and it stands up, that's all I need. I don't, I'm not taking it outside. I'm not doing anything else with it. I'm just basically, I want to film my content, upload it, and yada, yada, yada. So that's basically a $50 tripod, which I thought was a really good bargain. So yeah, like I say, not a lot else got done today, because I didn't get home till about 2 o'clock. So I did rearrange a bit more of my bookshelf over there. It's not entirely done. I'll probably show you a bit more once I've fixed it a little bit more, because I did end up downloading the Libib app onto my phone, because I found out that you can actually use your phone's camera to scan the books. So I actually went through all the books that are on that bookshelf, which is the bookshelf I film in front of mostly. So if you watch my videos, that's the main shelf you see, and that's the main sort of favorite books / all-time, so favorite books, special editions, all that sort of stuff. So that's the main sort of display shelf, essentially, that I want to display on my channel, because that's essentially the essence. Would I say essence of my channel? No. I'd say that's what I'd like people to see, is that sort of main thing, because I've got that bookcase, my TBR car, which I showed you guys the other night, and then there's also a bookcase just outside my bedroom door in sort of the little area off to the right when you come in through the front door. So, because originally that bookcase wasn't here, but it was essentially blocking my way, because I had the bookcase I film in front of, and then that bookcase right next to it, but it was just in the way. So we ended up moving that out there. And I do need to go through that bookcase to essentially organise it and sort of go through what I need to try and trim down. Because as I said earlier in another clip, I do want to sort of do a video like a lot of other people have been doing, where essentially you read it, and if you don't read it, it gets unhauled at the end of the video. So that's sort of what I want to do in the new year as well, to dwindle that bookcase down, because it's just essentially, it's overflowing. It's got, just books stacked on top of each other. There's no real order to it. So, and there's quite a few double ups on there as well. So, and that's another thing I sort of want to do in 2025, is sort of have as few double ups of books as possible. Obviously, like say with the Brain Season, I've got the special editions, and then I've got the hardcovers, which they're going to be like the special annotated ones, because I do have the new revised paperbacks as well that I originally highlighted first and then transferred my tabs to that, because it's a lot easier to sort of do that and then, rather than do it on a Kindle, because I find it's just so easier to have the book in front of you, have the highlighters, and just do it that way. But hopefully next year I can sort of use the Kindle a lot more to highlight my notes, and then if I can, just add little, notes to it. Say, okay, this is that color, whatever. But So yeah, so that's really all I have to say at the moment. Like I said, a lot of reading probably won't get done tomorrow. If it does, I'll hopefully try and finish Leather and Luck at some point, because that's probably, yeah, that's one of the books I probably do want to finish, because I am just over halfway through it. But probably tomorrow, like I said, I'll take down the Christmas tree. I do need to film a couple of videos too. I need to film my anticipated reads and my Anne Cleves video, so hopefully they're the two main ones I'll do a little bit later tomorrow night, because I find it's easier to record at night because there's not as much traffic, because obviously my bedroom's on the main, faces the main road, so obviously I'll get a lot of traffic noise of that throughout the day, and then, it's a lot easier to film at night when most of us have gone to bed, so, and there's few little chance of distractions, so that is the game plan for tomorrow, but I'm going to sign off for now because I do need to go to bed, and so yeah, hopefully I shall check in with you guys tomorrow. Hey guys, so it is almost midnight on New Year's Eve, so I've just finished filming 2 videos. So I've done my Anne Cleves video and my anticipated releases, so I do have to put my books away. I didn't realise how many of these books I have on the floor. It's absolutely insane, but hopefully tomorrow I will be able to edit all of this and hopefully get some content out to you. So I am probably going to wrap up this video here, basically because this is sort of... Oh, I will show you some of the footage of my bookcase. Hang on, let me flip you around. Okay, so this is what some of it looks like. I'm sorry about the reflection off that picture there. So basically, this shelf is obviously my Samantha Shannon shelf, Little Net Noni. Those ones up there are my Nevermore special editions. So I've only got 3 of those because there's only 3 books there at the moment. I'm going to mostly be collecting those editions. Although hopefully I do enjoy books 2 and 3. I say that because this year I'm trying to do this thing where if I really, really like a book and I'll keep the special edition, I will. If I don't end up really loving it, I may end up selling them. Just to... Oops, sorry, my camera is so shaky here. But yeah, so essentially I want to do special editions that I will want to keep and keep forever. So, like, alright, I am debating it. It's not going to be official, but those 2 Samantha Shannon books, the special edition ones, not the Song Rising, not the very top one, that is staying with me. Sorry. But those Forbidden Planet ones, I may at one point sell them, even though I do absolutely love them. I do pretty much want to keep that set there, which is the Broken Binding, because they are absolutely gorgeous. Getting tongue-tied there. Don't get me wrong, I love those 2, but yeah, I essentially don't want to do too many double-ups of special editions either, because I do essentially want to keep this shelf, the favourites shelf. So that is the top shelf there, and then going down we have more special editions. So we have, I think the top 2 are the, what Leigh Bardugo one is it? Oh, fuck, what is it? Six of Crows, that's it. Oh, God. So we have Six of Crows, my Fourth Wing and Iron Flame, and then the 2 J. Kristoff, Empire the Vampire. That one is Undertaking of Heart and Mercy, Sarah J. Maas, Alan Rickman, obviously, Clockwork Angel with my little Clockwork Angel minis. They are so cute. And then I've done the Veronica Speedwell shelf, so they're the first 8 books. One thing I don't like about those books is you've got to wait a year for the paperback, which is absolutely stupid. And then down, okay, that's a bit of a mess, this shelf, but that is, a lot of that is, Red Books, favourite series, Lynette Noni double-ups there, Random Knife, for some reason, don't look too much into that. So yeah, that is the obviously this will get rearranged at a later date. Well, not the two top shelves. They look absolutely fantastic. But yeah, that one I may rearrange. Although I did rearrange it again last night. So yeah. So that is part of the rearranging I've been doing for the last couple of days. Okay. Forgive the crap that's on my bed there. So I am probably going to tidy up my books, put my tripod away, and wrap it up there. But thank you guys so much for coming along with me. I know this is probably going to be a very short video before my other two come out. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to give you guys a bit of an update as to where I've been. I am still alive, obviously. I just have had no motivation to pick up a camera and film myself, read, pretty much, whoops, sorry, I'm shaking the crap out of you guys again. So yeah, 2024 was a bit of a failure, but hopefully 2025 will be better. I need to clean some of that crap off my bed too. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I shall see you guys later. Bye.
Goodbye forever, you factory reject dildos.